I accidentally went live on my personal page. I did that again. I feel so embarrassed. No, I don't. Just annoyed. I hate when I do that. Seriously? I hate when I do that. Let me put the description. Hold on. There, I changed the description, so hopefully people know. Okay, Mommy wants you to watch this so I could talk to them. I'll stay right there. Oh, you did, Kelly. I'm so glad you made it back safe. I totally forgot you were close by. I'm sorry. Okay, Mommy's gonna go sit over there, okay?
Hey, can I come too?
No, just how about you lay down then? I'll lay down. I can scratch your back, but you need to lay down. Oh my gosh. I need a vent. Today was really, first of all, I do need positive vibes right now. Yep, I need positive vibes. Today was really scary because, and just a reminder, you know, what happens here stays here. Sometimes it's hard to hear suggestions or whatnot because we're on a very different journey than, you know, what most people take. But like, I could feel whenever Vaughn's not okay. Like, I can always feel it. Can you please lay down? Can you please lay down? Do you want me to scratch your back? Okay. No, I do, because it relaxes you. I do, but I need you to lay down because you're going to bed. That's not how you sleep. You could sleep with your head over there. I'll rub it with my hand. So like, I can always feel whenever his energy is off, and it was, and so I was worried. Literally, like, not too long after I got off of my live, that's whenever everything went down. Taraz, I need you to lay down and do not get up. Okay, we're gonna have to move. This is really annoying. Give me 1 second. Like, literally just a few minutes. I would say like maybe less than 20 minutes after I got off live, everything went down. And Vaughn wasn't looking good in the morning or whenever I had seen him. And I did the frankincense in his mouth, but I didn't do the valerian root, and I think I forgot, but I don't think it would have made a difference. Give me the remote. Give me the remote. Thank you. He went to the bathroom, and then, like, I don't remember what I went to go tell him. But he was looking down and looking just really depressed. And I knew he was about to have a seizure. So I grabbed his hand and I was like, baby, why don't you come lay down with me? Let's go to the bed. Or I think before I said, hey baby, what do you want to do? And then he's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, well, why don't you come lay down on the bed? So he starts walking and then just busts out crying like, I'm so lost, I don't know what to do, I'm so lost. And like crying like hard. And I'm like, it's okay baby, come on, like we'll just go sit down. And then he's just like hysterical. I went to go get valerian root and I'm like, no, if he's literally about to have a seizure, I need to give him the Xanax, which I don't like giving it to him. Like, the Xanax is so bad. I need Ativan desperately. So I went, and then he's like, what is this for? What is this? And I'm like, oh, it's just the white pill. It's gonna help you. He knows what it is. But it's like I'm having to, be a little bit careful with my words. So then, after I give it to him, I knew it would take a while for it to kick in. Not a while, but like at least 20 minutes, maybe max, I would imagine at least 20 minutes. And so he's just, he's shaking and he's like, I don't know where I am. And then he looks at me and he's like, who are you? And I'm like, baby, I'm your wife. And he's like, where am I? And he's looking around the room. And I'm like, it's okay, you're safe, you're at home, this is your bed. And like, he's like, I want my parents. And he was like, I want my grandpa, that's his grandpa, is the one that raised him, right? And so then I'm like, you know what, baby, we're gonna see him soon. We're gonna be in paradise. Like, he is gonna be there waiting for us. It's just us that has to go to him. Like, I'm trying to calm him down. Like, I'm trying to calm him down. And I'm trying to talk to him. And like, I don't remember how we started talking about his, I don't know how Raza got brought up. I think I was saying something about how Taraz loves you or something. I don't know what I said. He's like, who's Taraz? And I was like, maybe you know who Taraz is. Like, you know what? You know your middle name is Taraz. You got it from Marvon, which is his dad. He's like, because I didn't want to say that's your son because I don't want to shock him, because already he's in a state of not knowing anything, so I don't want to shock him by, so then I was like, oh, Marvon is your dad's name, and I'm like, and Marlon, and I brought up Marlon, which is his brother, And I said, and Marlon has Taraz in his name too. And so I'm just trying to, like, you know, comfort him. I was turning on, oh my God, thank God that I had those little noise things. But even though that they were on, like, I knew it was like really, really bad. It was really bad. And then I thought, okay, the cayenne pepper. I just learned that today is that cayenne pepper. Dip it in your finger, put it under the tongue. Crystal, my herbalist, that's what she said today. So he was like all hysterical. So I was like, or the reason why I thought of that is because I knew I felt like he's gonna have one anyways. He's gonna have a seizure, because whenever he has a seizure, then I give him 2 milligrams of Xanax. But he didn't have one yet, so I only gave him 1 milligram. Which, I don't know if that's enough to prevent or whatever. But I remembered, all of a sudden it hit me. He's probably having a seizure right now. Because seizures, they're not always convulsions. Sometimes they're staring seizures. Sometimes they're crying. Like, there's different types. And, like, I feel like I knew it hit me also because after he was able to calm down, like, I put a minky blanket on him and, like, put pressure on him to try to, like, comfort him, you know, not hard, kind of like a weighted blanket or whatever. So I'm putting, like, a little pressure and whatever. And then he calmed down to the point of, like, falling asleep. And Bella was there helping me. Like, it was scary, but Bella was trying to help him too, like, helping me, because there's 2 different buttons on the thing. And then he, like, wakes up from his short nap, and then he's like, I don't know where I am, and just starting to cry. He's like, something's bad, I don't feel right, something bad is happening to me. Like, he's just, and he's grabbing his head, he's like, something's not right, and I felt like he's about to have a seizure. So I run and I get the cayenne pepper, and I'm like, baby, I'm gonna put this under your tongue, okay? Like, lift up your tongue. He wasn't able to lift it, so I grabbed his tongue and I put it under. And then all of a sudden he, like, stopped. And then, you know how when you have a seizure, they're like electrical discharges in the head, right? So I think that the cayenne pepper prevented him from, like, going full-blown seizure, but the electrical discharges were still going off while he was awake. So he was screaming. He's like, ow, like, ow, ow, and, like, squinting his eyes, grabbing his head. Like, it was like from a horror film. It was so bad, but it was like, it's not a horror film. This is really happening. Like, what the F do I do, you know? But I'm trying to be calm, and I've been praying. Like, at this point, maybe 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes has already gone by. This was not a very quick thing. This was drawn out. Like, 20 minutes doesn't seem like that long, but man, when it's something like that, it was a hell of a long time. And before I had to put the cayenne pepper, I had asked him, like, baby, do you want me to take you to the hospital? And he was like, firm no, which I don't want to take him there either, you know? Like, I can't imagine how much more worse shape, you know? Especially last time, with him being racially profiled, like, that was, like, really, really bad. So then, I ended up sitting with him, and I put his head on my chest, and I'm like, baby, listen to my heartbeat. You know whose heartbeat that is? And I'm like, that's yours. because my heart beats for you, and I am here, and you are safe, you are loved, you are protected. And I said, repeat after me, and I keep saying, I am safe, my body is healthy, my brain works perfectly, my body works perfectly, Jehovah is helping me, like all kinds of affirmations. So I'm saying this while he's repeating it, and he was focusing on my words, and it was good because it was distracting him. But then he starts breaking down crying. So then I just start saying, you are safe, you are loved, you are protected. Those are the only 3 things that I said, and I said that over and over again, and it calmed him down to the point of going to bed. And then again, it happened again, where he was getting ready to have a seizure, and you could tell he was like getting all loopy, and his face just drops on like the bed, and like his eyes were just closing, and I'm like, fudge, he's about to have one. So I dipped my finger in the cayenne pepper again, and I put it directly under his tongue, and it looked like he wanted to throw up. So I run and I get a bucket, and I get electrolytes, because that cayenne pepper is no effing joke, man. It is strong as hell. So I'm pretty sure like it burned a little bit. He looked like he had to throw up, but he ended up not, and it calmed him down enough to where I think it took him out of it, but he was still so lost and emotional. So I just rocked him to sleep, or like pat him with those three things that I said until he went to bed. And the only time he woke up was to go, oh, and I gave him tea. Because another time he woke up and I'm like, here baby, drink this tea. I was able to give him valerian root, and I gave him like the passion flower valerian root tea, and he's been asleep since. But that was so scary. Like, him not knowing who, like where he was, who I was, who his son was, you know, and saying, I want my parents. This is just further proof to me that all of this is stemming from his childhood, because all he wanted was his mom and his dad. And I am gonna get his grandma out here. Like, I know we had decided not to, but I think he really needs his grandma right now. And it's been some time since she's gotten the injection, but I feel like with our bodies, we are made to detox like regularly. If our immunity is straight and I'm taking care of my family's immunity, then I don't have to worry too much about what the toxins from someone else, you know? So like, it's a very serious thing to me. Like, I'm very like adamant on avoiding a lot, you know? And I know it's a lot. I'm trying not to be offensive towards anyone, but like, I cannot be around people who got the injection. Like, it's so bad. But he's still asleep, and I don't know how he's still asleep. I didn't give him something that could knock him out that hard, but I think it was the cayenne pepper. I really do. Anyways, I was strong the whole time, I would say. Of course, I'm gonna be a little bit worried and scared, but I swear it wasn't until like maybe 10 minutes before I went live that I started to like break down, because this was so much. It was so heavy. It was a lot. Oh yeah, Joanna, I know. He does need to hug his grandma, yeah. That was a lot. It was mini strokes. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that he has had a stroke. Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure he had one before. That's how I was when I had my second seizure. I didn't know who my kids were. I didn't know where I was. All I wanted was my mom and dad. See, that tells me he was having seizures. Wow. 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 See, and that's what calmed him down. You are safe. You are loved. You are protected. And I held him. He had his head on my chest, and I was caressing his head and just having him focus on my heartbeat. And as soon as those things would go off, the little buttons, I would push them again and make them go off. And he's been asleep since. Hello, Sharon. You crossed over. Nice to see you here. Right. It was crazy. So, I didn't make my verdolagas. I didn't do a lot of the things I wanted to do. And I'm trying to let that go. I promise you. And I need to just focus on this. I need my husband to be well. And when I seen him this morning, I felt his energy right away. So I don't know what happens to make him be like this, you know? Or get like this. Exactly, Amber. Exactly. The cayenne pepper, oh yeah. And I think the cayenne pepper knocked him out too. And you know what's crazy is, like, I knew he had, like, trauma from his childhood. Like, almost from whenever I met him, when he told me he was totally okay with some of the things he talked to me about. Like, I cried. Like, it made me sad when I first met him. I'm like, and then I had said this before, but one time whenever we went to go visit his, grandparents or whatever, and he went, I don't celebrate Christmas, but at that time he still was. So he went over to his biological mom's house, and while he went there, his grandma, which I stayed at her house because they weren't celebrating Christmas, and that's where we were staying. So she was like, I really don't know why he loves her the way he does, but that's one thing that I've never taught him, is how to have a huge heart. And that told me a lot. Like, there's probably stuff that happened that he doesn't know, or that maybe he did know but suppressed it. And the military, I know that messed him up too, because even though he was never overseas, the way he was treated was so bad. Like, y'all, I talk about us having a hard time in Oceanside, and a huge hardship of us being in Oceanside was his day co-workers. They were bad. He went through a lot of crap. With his co-workers, especially his boss. Ugh, such trash. But his body remembers, absolutely. That was very hard on him, so he's gonna be asleep for a while. Thank you for saying that, because maybe... Oh, of course it's PTSD. That's what it's coming from. Suppressed trauma, and Dr. Devil, what he did is that trauma that we stuff in our gut, what Dr. Devil did was bust it out and let it go haywire in his body. Wow, Natalie. What is happening? Wow. So much even racism from the people over him. Oh yeah. On too. Yep, it wakes it up, Drake. Oh yeah. Well, Lorinda, I'm kind of wondering if, like, the fractioned coconut or the fractioned frankincense that he was taking, if that's better than the undiluted one. The cayenne pepper, I will absolutely use again. And I feel like after Crystal's live today I rewatched, I am so much more adamant about staying away from doctors. Like, I am so much more adamant about never going back to a hospital. Like, I want to learn everything that I can about herbs to stay away from these people. Like, I have such a disgust towards this world, towards these entities, towards the military, or the people in the military. Let me say, not the military, the people in the military who make things harder for other people. Like, that is just not okay. Yep, Jeanette. Wow. So I don't have passion flower, but this has helped me. This is and I'm about to make me some more. And you know, tomorrow, I don't know if he's gonna remember, but I'm definitely not gonna tell him unless he asks. And then I'm gonna be very cautious with what I say, because the last thing I need is for him to be re-triggered, you know? Really, Rima, no. How? Can I bring you on camera? Do you want to tell us? Process is late now. Sonoran told Venom, no, but it sounds like Dr. Devil had told me about this one, what is it called? I don't know. Well, I know that, Millie, and that's why I'm here talking, because I'm taking care of myself and trying to vent the weight of today out, because if I don't vent it out, I'm gonna be much worse. I'm drinking my tea. I'm taking care of myself. Oh yeah, I forgot what it's called. I don't remember, but I know there's this type of the mucus over the frog or whatever, or the toad. What is it called? And they burn you like 3 times or whatever. And then they stick that venom or whatever on you. I've heard of something like that. I'm gonna make me more tea. And then, that one is combo. but it's rough because it brings up repressed memories. I would never want him to do that. I would never want him to do that toad stuff. Yeah. The other one who smoked, yeah, see, I would never want him to do anything that's harsh or anything that is, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I would like to learn more, but right off the bat, I can't even imagine. How do you get it to stop, though, you know? I don't know. Today was draining. And I really wanted my soup. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I have a camera set up in my room. I have a camera and I've been watching him so I can get out of the room. The kids were absolutely amazing throughout all this. I needed Bella's help to Raza and Boo were outside. Raza and Boo were outside. They were in the pool already. And Bella was still in the house. So she was helping me turn on those little things. And she helped me put like weight on Vaughn. And I even was trying to call his grandma. That's whenever Bella had to help. Oh, I love you, Danielle. Right. Yeah. After I do this, I'm gonna get my little things. I don't know what to call them. My sound wave maker. I don't know what to say. This is what I'm making. This is adult night time tea. Passion flower, chamomile, lemon balm, blue vervain, and lavender. I'm mixing it. I'm mixing it with passion flower. I don't have any powder, which I wish I did. I think I might have some already because Sarah, my beautiful consultant and friend, sister, Slay Mafia supporter, she sent me some of her passion flower because she knew I didn't have any. But I think it's at the post office. And typically, they always hold on to my packages. So I would have to wait until they're actually open because they'll leave a little slip in my little box or whatever. I don't have a weighted blanket, but I know I need to get